Yeah.
Now, where are you guys from? You guys have a little bit of a Florida vibe to you.
Jesus Christ. There's been a lot of insulting things so far.
I
That
mean,
was the worst.
What's wrong with there's? Look, I'm from
what's
Indiana.
wrong with that? Like you said that to be a compliment?
No, well, I meant,
okay.
hey, I'm white trash, and I see white trash. I have a white
trash
trash
radar?
No, but maybe you guys, like, like, there's a little bit like Sam Morrill's from, like, New York, but he's trash, too.
Yeah.
So where are you guys?
New
What
York,
form
he's
of
I'm
trash?
November.
New York and Boston.
Little town up north called November.
I'm from Massachusetts.
Oh, that's trash. And I say that with affection.
What's that?
I say that with affection.
It
Trash
is.
I actually...
If you
I
don't
do have a
have
lot of
some
trash.
trash,
Yeah.
it's a problem. But it's like anything. You got the right
Well,
amount.
that's why Are You Garbage is the perfect show, because like you go on that show and you don't... I didn't want to come out with them saying I'm classy.
Yeah.
That's like, ugh.
Right?
I want it to be trash. There's a little bit of, I don't know, pride in it. Like, there's
It's
a lot of stuff in my
very
family
American
that's...
thing. It's very American. We want to, we want success, and then we pretend like we're poor.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you got to do.
You're trying to downplay your garden. I know.
There you go. I mean, it's like everyone's like, "Oh my God, he's so cool. He's got a garden." But it's just
It
like
all-
I'm
it ain't
just
all
a
rainbows.
normal guy. Can I get a beat here? No.
What is the garden? Do you do it like my dad gardens?
Yeah.
And I think it's just to get away from us.
Oh, yeah.
But like there was one time recently actually where I took a video of it.
Yeah.
Where it was
this is
a torrential downpour. Like it
Yeah.
was historic rains. It was get two of each animal kind of rain. It was crazy. And I walked outside, and my dad was just standing there in the rain gardening. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's just like, "What?"
That
like, it
was
a
the
completely...
fact that he didn't get it. He was like, "What? I don't even understand what's wrong here."
It's so weird. It's like it's strangely meditative, right? But it's like also like when you think of like when you doom scroll on Instagram or TikTok for 3 hours, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
But
It's
so
a
like,
little bit easier than gardening.
It is, but like it's strangely rewarding.
Yeah.
And
I
it's-
mean,
And it
it's
has nothing
better
to do with the
than
fact that you have
looking at
13
porn,
kids.
What's that?
It has nothing to do with the fact that you have like 13 kids and you need to get outside
There
for a little
is
bit.
some of that. But you can also, you plant something and then it grows and then sometimes it dies and it's fun.
yeah.
It's strange. It's definitely barstool material.
Are we talking like flowers or like
No.
tomatoes and like
You think that I would grow flowers? No, it is weird. It's like I only grow vegetables and I don't eat the vegetables. I just like to grow them and then I force them on people. I'm like,
please take these tomatoes.
You
Take
gotta
these
try this
zucchini.
zucchini.
I do feel like the people who grow are always like, my tomatoes are the best or my this is
Yeah.
the best. It's like they're probably pretty regular.
It is strange because there's nothing really that unique about, and like the vegetables I grow, you can get them bigger and cheaper at a store. But it's just fun, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is. I saw someone say that once where they were like, my wife wants to start a garden, and after like $400 of supplies and
Yes.
whatever, in 3 weeks we'll have something we could have got at the store for 45 cents.
Absolutely. There is something strange because, like, I don't know. Have you guys started, like, as men get older, there's things you're like, oh my God, am I interested in history? Like, there's certain
just
things where
talking
you're
about
like,
Oppenheimer,
I don't
like-
know how I'm interested in history. I didn't even pay attention in school. There's certain things like the History Channel.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like,
How
gardening.
It's
It's
made. You ever watch
stuff
How
like
It's
that.
Made?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm like, I have to
Yeah.
figure out how they make banisters on the
Right.
stairs.
I don't know
And I sit there
why
for an
I
hour
need
like,
to.
whoa.
Right?
And then did you know how they make banisters? It's like,
But there's some guy stuff that I like the car. Like I have 3 older brothers. They're all into cars. I don't.
Could you
it's got
change a
4
tire?
Wheels. I could change a
like
a
confidently
tire.
so. Like I would probably be able to get there, but it would be like I would probably mess up 3 times.
I mean, I
and-
haven't changed. I didn't have a car for like 30 years, and I did change a tire 30 years ago. But I guess I could do it today, maybe.
Do you want to earn money every time you spend money? Download the Upside app for free right now and earn cash back on everyday expenses. Get 5 cents per gallon of gas, get 30% on groceries, and up to 45% at restaurants. Download Upside today.
I recently popped a tire.
Yeah.
It was not a great experience.
It was not
Did you
easy.
get it done?
No, remember I went and I asked that 16-year-old who rolled his eyes at me?
Oh yeah.
Like, and I wanted to let him know, like, just, I have a fucking podcast, okay?
Don't mess with me. I might
I got a
reference you
podcast.
by your age.
But he was like, I had to push the car across the street because I popped it on like a Route 6 or like whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's literally what it was. But like just the street with like the McDonald's and all those
Yeah.
things off a highway, and I had to push it into like a muffler shop. And I was like, I don't know how. I know how to physically do it. Like, I knew what to do, but I also just knew if you put it in the wrong spot, the jack, like it's going to go through the base of the car, and it's not very clearly labeled where you're supposed to put it. So I was like, I'm not going to guess. I'm just
The last thing you want to do is make it worse.
Yeah,
That's my thing.
In fact, I actually was proud of myself. Where I was like, I know just enough to know what I don't know, and
That's actually good.
it's time to stop here.
By the way, when my first car, this is 30 years ago. By the way, I'm 23. 30 years ago, I had a car, my first car, and I graduated from college, and I was driving around and working in Tampa. It was a Fiero.
Okay.
My head actually didn't fit in the car.
I was gonna say that must have been a clown
it was
scenario.
a tiny car. I would drive up, and my friends would be like, "You're too big for this car," and so I drove it for like 6 months, and then the engine kind of like went kaput. And then I remember I was talking to the mechanic, and he's like, "So when's the last time you put oil in?" And I'm like, I didn't put oil in. Like, I was that dumb.
Dude,
I mean,
that happened to me.
I was 21.
I was 35.
Yeah.
But my excuse, the check engine light never went on.
Yeah, mine
and I was
never
just
went
like, never. I don't know. Maybe cars these days you can change it every like bajillion miles.
Yeah.
I don't know. So if you don't tell me to do it, if the gas tank looks full, I'm not gonna put gas in it. If the oil,
Right.
And I drove it until it was like it was and it like crapped out on me, and I had like it was like the last of a very bad string of luck, and I was like, only what happened to me, and people were like, you didn't put any oil in your car.
No,
Like, it's
I
not
remember
bad luck.
my
It's just, you're
parents
stupid.
laughing so hard at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's going to be $3,000. And ha, 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 ha. I was like, can you help me? They're like, ha, 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 ha.
My brother once filled the gas tank with diesel.
Oh, my God.
Didn't realize he grabbed the wrong thing, and boy, that messes up your car pretty good. You would
I
think
had that
like,
on
I
a
don't know,
tour
it's-
bus. A tour bus.
Oh, really?
The bus driver filled it with diesel, and it was a bit because that's really expensive.
I was gonna
to
say,
do that.
did they kill him?
I think they
string 'em up?
fired the guy. I'm pretty sure they definitely fired
That's a
him.
tough one to mess up.